All right, this is going to be an interesting mix of a segment. We're going to make it kind of a holiday weekend segment for some, but also I think our guest is going to make it turn into a fashion segment. He says this is the new fall Pantone color, apparently. So we'll see. It's also deer season opener as well. So our good friend Doug Lear is here. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, good to be with you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Do you want to start with the fashion part or the deer part?
Well, no, it's actually kind of interesting because I remember this was probably about 10 years ago on the opening weekend of deer season. I pulled into a gas station and a lady said, "Gosh, I can't believe there must be a lot of road construction going on right now because I see all these people in orange." Like, no, it's not road construction. They're not road workers, but orange really becomes in vogue when we get into the November timeframe. The Minnesota deer opener is on Saturday. The North Dakota deer opener is on Friday at 12 noon. And it's good to see people wearing blaze orange, even if you're not a deer hunter, because there are going to be so many people out in the field. And it really puts the emphasis, whether you're a hunter or you're just going out for maybe a walk on a Saturday afternoon, is that we want to make sure that people stay safe in all walks of life, whether it's putting on your seatbelt when you're driving out there to wearing blaze orange when you get out and go for a walk, Chris.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the safety issues. And I'm new at a lot of this, so I'm sitting there thinking, gosh, you got a lot of farmers right now that still got crops in the field. If they're going out there, should they be in full blaze orange as well? And what can the deer hunters be doing to make sure that people are staying safe? And what can sort of a layman, if you will, be out there to keep themselves safe?
And you touch on a lot of real points that we need to emphasize. A lot of points of emphasis is the fact that there is so much crop that is still out there. We put it in comparison to the deer. I mean, the deer are out there. So the harvest is going to be taking place from the deer hunters. The harvest is going to be taking place from soybeans and from corn that's out there. We want to make sure the hunters are safe by wearing blaze orange. But also, if you're a hunter, make sure you understand that there's going to be farm trucks, combines, tractors, farm workers around there. So when that deer jumps up, before you squeeze that trigger, make sure that you know your target. Make sure that you know what's beyond your target. There might be a pickup truck from a farmer. There might be a tractor or a combine or somebody walking. Their tractor may have got stuck and they're walking back to the road. There's a lot of dynamics that are coming into play. And the bottom line is we really, when we wake up on Monday morning after the opening weekend of deer season, we want to make sure that we've got safe hunters, safe farmers. There's no deer that is worth anyone's injury or any kind of a fatality. So we really want to make sure before you squeeze that trigger, realize you can't take that bullet back. Once you squeeze the trigger, you've got to understand there's consequences.
Thanks for saying that, because I'm assuming as a hunter, you're out there, you see a big, 10, 12-point buck, and you're like, here we go. But hey, take a moment, make sure that you know what's beyond that as well, right?
Buck fever. I mean, you hear about it, and people, they kind of legitimately lose their mind. They get so focused on the deer, and then they don't realize that, you know what, I don't know where my hunting partner is. He was coming around the backside of that slough. I don't know. I saw that tractor. I'm not sure where it's at now. And all it takes is, take a split second, because you can wait a half a second and that deer is still going to be around. So again, don't get caught up in the moment. Enjoy the heritage that deer hunting is. Enjoy your brother and your uncle and your daughter and your friends and your neighbors that are getting together to celebrate the heritage of the deer season. And that needs to definitely be the priority, Chris.
What would you say to someone that's watching today that maybe has never been hunting and they think, okay, I'm going to be around firearms and I'm going to be shooting an animal? What are some of the myths maybe you want to dispel? And for people that are thinking, but gosh, I'd really like to go try it out, what would you say to them?
Unfortunately, sometimes the accidents take a higher, a higher visibility than how safe it actually is. When you consider that we're going to have 60,000 deer hunters that are out there, we're going to have hundreds of thousands of deer hunters in Minnesota. It is safe. Overall, it is safe. It is obviously very, very popular. And if you've never been a deer hunter, if you're new to the area or new to the heritage that hunting is, I mean, it really is the fabric and the matrix of what we have now. It's football season. It's hunting season, and those two go hand in hand. So if you put safety at the priority, then you're definitely going to have a successful weekend.
Great stuff, man. I could talk to you for an hour about it. I really appreciate the insight.
Well, thank you.
It's
fantastic.
fantastic.
Good to be here.
All right, stick around. This weekend's coming up. There was the blaze orange. That's the new hot fall color, according to Doug Lear. So we got much more coming up right after this.